Hey, Josh, I know that today is Casual Friday. We're both working from home, but I thought to give you a call just to see what's going on in the market up your way. What's new since we last spoke?
Well, it's interesting because it's probably the opposite of what we talked about before. Now everybody and their uncle is selling. So we had, with all of our ridiculously record-setting months that we had in January and February, and the
Yeah.
changes that we had from last year,
Hmm.
I'd say that they've almost completely vanished.
Are you kidding me? Really?
Yeah.
What's been going on? I don't like. I mean, the market. Is this all of GTA, or is this just you in Newmarket, or what?
If we take it's tough because like when they came out like about a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, the Ontario government came out and said that they were going to maybe create a legislation for foreign buyers and create a little line around like Toronto and wherever they drew the line is arbitrary, and then ultimately. It's kind of impacted the prices, but the price impact was already happening. It was supply and demand. And people don't
Wow,
realize if you leave the market alone, supply and demand works. And
absolutely. Wow.
at the end of the day, when people saw all the prices that were going around our market, they always decided that they were going to retire early, sell, get out,
Yeah.
move, go to the cottage, whatever it is. And now that the market's corrected itself, the Ontario government still feels they want to do something. And it's going to screw it right up if they do.
I was wondering about that because, I mean, the prices there are absolutely ridiculous. And, my fear, if I was a buyer, that, okay, I buy, and now the market is going to correct itself. So I may have paid $200,000 over asking or $100,000 over asking. So now what happens? Like, am I like SOL kind of thing? Like, what's,
It's SOL-ish. I mean, it's all very relative if you buy and sell at the exact same time.
yeah,
Uh, I have clients that bought in January and we sold in January. They bought a house for say $1 million, and that million is probably only worth 800, 850 now.
really? Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. But the nice thing is they were able to sell for
Yeah.
about 100, 150 over what they were getting for anyway. So I mean, like they changed markets. They moved from a different market. So I mean, obviously this market was worth a bit more money, but on a relative scale, say the market's reduced by 10 or 15%, which it probably has in the last 2 months.
Crazy.
Uh, as long as you buy and sell at the exact same time, you're in good shape.
So how about those people who purchase in January? How long do you feel that they're going to have to hold on to that house before they can make any type of profit off of it now? Or do you know?
A very long time, maybe.
Wow. That
Uh,
happened to us here, eh? In 2000, at the end of 2011, we had the contract, the ship start here. The market went into a frenzy. I mean, our market, we're pretty stable, and we had houses, I mean, get this, going for $45,000 over asking. Most houses weren't going that much. I think there was maybe one or two. I remember I had a property that year that went $12,000 over asking. But it was still like, it was nothing crazy like Toronto. And then when
well,
we
we've
found out,
stopped.
hmm?
We don't have the over asking anymore.
So what happened? So when we finally realized that we just had the first right of refusal for the contract, so the market just died. So since mid 2012 to now, it's been like our market. It has been. We're in a buyer's market with no buyers, and what we've seen now. If I'm trying to sell your house and you purchased in 2012, in the last few years, and I'm trying to sell it, it's difficult for a lot of our sellers to get what they even paid for back in 2012 because most purchased at 99 or 100% of asking price. And so like we're living that now, except not to the extent what the buyers are going to face in Toronto because or in your market, new market. Like that's a big loss.
Yeah, not necessarily a loss, as long as you did it relatively at the same time.
Yes, of course, yeah.
So you don't lose. It's just the fact that you had to do it at the same time. We back in the early '90s, we had a big, huge boom here in real estate. People always talked about like later in the late '90s. Are we back at 1992 prices yet? And they try to use that as a benchmark year. Perhaps we just have benchmarks here, but realistically, the market is what it is. I mean, like
Absolutely.
it's kind of like a stock market. It's going to come up and down. It's going to move left and right. We have people moving out of the city to different places, and those markets are now inflating. But then realistically, give those a couple months when the Toronto money, so to speak, isn't moving out anymore, they'll probably soften a bit. I mean, it's a market, and I always tell people, don't buy and sell based on the market. Buy and sell based on your timing.
Yeah. Well, you know what? That's always good time to buy here in Halifax. I'm just putting it out there.
I know that this is the thing. When you say you're in a buyer's market, we're very much in a buyer's market now. We'll see how long the inventory lasts, because a lot of the inventory could just be people speculating to try and sell to see if they get the prices. But a lot of people, they missed the window a little bit because they didn't hurry up on the market, or they're reactionary and they're only selling now because they saw the prices, you know?
Well, we're sitting at 11 months of inventory. So what that means, if no other house came to the market today, it would take us 11 months to sell everything that we have here. So it's, I can't remember the last time we've ever seen a 3-month inventory, or even what initially was happening in Toronto.
So you're taking listings for 6 months minimum to get them sold.
Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's, I mean, some houses, I mean, I've had a lot of luck this year that I've sold houses within, or had offers within a day or two of listing. So I've been very grateful like that. But unfortunately, for most of our sellers, they are sitting. I think if you're not selling, you're on the market for about 145 days-ish, or maybe a little bit more, depending on what area of town that you're in and the style of home and everything. Like our condo market here as well, very, very slow.
Is in the end of the day, it's probably the good ones are gone, right?
Oh yeah, they go really quickly. I remember 2 weeks ago, I was pretty confident, and I said to both sellers in different areas of town, if I don't sell your house in the first week, I'll be shocked. And I listed on a Thursday, and by Saturday, both properties I listed for the same price, one in Bedford, one in Clayton Park, and I had offers on them both. So that doesn't happen to me often down here, but I was very confident about those 2 properties, and so yeah, no, they're gone. But you know, I've sold year to date now 35 homes, our team, so we're doing good. But you know, again, it's just about whoever you know, as a seller, whoever you're getting, is just to have patience, because the house may not move that quickly, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, I've been giving the same advice to my clients. I'm saying to them, have patience, get your house ready to the point that it will be sold in a week. Take the time now, because when you hit the market, and the market knows what your house is. You're better to take the extra week or 2 weeks or a month, get it finished to the point that you spend the dollar, you make $5, and then you come on the market, you get your price. But you got to be patient, you know, like the market's still going to be there. It's there tomorrow. It'll be there in 10 years. It'll be there forever.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, it was great catching up with you.
Yes, yes, you too. And we'll probably catch up in a few weeks here again, and we'll do our casual Friday talk.
For sure. All right. Enjoy the weekend.
Take care.
Take care. Bye.